Well, I've put off going to Ilium this long, might as well just keep doing it. Hey, Tali. Haestrom. Formerly a Quarian colony, Haestrom was established to observe the phenomena on Dholen, the system's parent star. Dholen appeared to be unstable, with a high possibility of erupting prematurely into a red giant. Haestrom was lost to the Geth in 1896 CE. Soon after, all communication from the planet and its attendant space station ceased. The Geth have shown no signs of treating Dholen as a threat over the past 3 centuries, other than establishing several space stations near it. Dholen's magnetic eruptions and solar output overwhelm most communications near it, and it is unclear how the Geth have compensated. Today, spy probe scans indicate extensive orbital construction around Haestrom, housing thousands of Geth platforms and an unknown number of Geth software mines. It is not known how many Geth are on the planet's surface. Spy probes face interference from Dholen, making remote scanning difficult. Resource estimations based on Geth mining, refining, and fabricating practices suggest that the planet has at least 20 more years of use before it's exhausted. Intelligence experts speculate that the Geth have not exploited all of their resources because they wish to keep some in reserve for repairs. Travel advisory. Haestrom is a Geth stronghold. Military spy drones using cutting-edge stealth technology are the only vehicles that have returned unharmed from Geth space. All civilian traffic is prohibited. So, we're here to recruit Tali. And the place clearly indicates that Geth are going to be here as an opposition force. So, want to bring somebody with overload for the Geth problem, and probably want to bring Garrus because I like to have characters interact when given a chance, and the 2 characters having history is enough reason for me. Poor Garrus and Miranda. You both stand out as the 2 characters in my entire crew that don't have completed loyalty missions and alternate costumes as a result. And you're also stand out as the 2 people I'm actually taking on this mission. Oh wow, Garrus has a few more points than I thought. So yeah, obviously Miranda's overload and squad buffs are great. Garrus. You can go down the Turian Rebel route just to make his stats better, or I can go get the final concussive shot. Significantly increase the power, or give you an impact radius to hit multiple targets. Right, because you both have overload, which is extra fantastic for the setup. So I already give you heavy overload. I wonder if I should make concussive... Yeah, it's not much of a... It's not necessarily a huge damager, it's more of a knockdown, so maybe making this AoE based is better? Yeah, I think having it hit multiple targets is a better upgrade for this particular skill. So 600 newtons of blast versus a radius of 3 meters. This also gives him more damage. I think I'm going to go for the potential chance of knocking down multiple targets. Shepard, you got 4 points, so definitely able to buy something. Reeve, Guardian, and Power Armor are maxed out. It might be time for Overload? For the sake of versatility? I wonder if I should go for AoE on this skill. So same stun length on synthetics either way, but I can go for higher damage on a single target or AoE damage. I do kind of like just having a serious push. But this gives it a 3 meter... It does have a radius either way, which kind of reduces the... how big of a deal it is to an extent. That's... Yeah, I think I'll go for the damage, honestly. Because when I'm really stuck in a bad situation, it's usually there's a... Well, nah. I can't really generalize. There's plenty of situations where it pays to hit a whole bunch of guys all at once because they're all going to be a problem, and that's one problem. But also, just a big tough guy can be a problem. And so I want to be able to be capable of taking down a big tough guy when they show up, but I can't fully dismiss the value of group stuff, even if that's not what I feel like prioritizing.
Shepard, our data indicates that Tali is somewhere in these ruins. There is considerable Geth activity and an environment environmental hazard. Solar output has overwhelmed Haystrom's protective magnetosphere. Exposure to direct sunlight will damage your shields.
So obviously we're going to map both of them to overload real quick. And I've got my own overload set, so all shields and synthetics are going to have some trouble here. Let's get to my locust for now. So we're going full pitch black. Or pitch dark? Pitch black. Pitch dark, I think. The Riddick movie, before they started calling the movies Riddick by name in the titles of the movies. Because originally they were not called Riddick. They just featured a character named Riddick.
We need to stay out of the sunlight.
So you have to stay in the shadows, much like in Pitch Dark or Black. And that's how the whole mission more or less plays out. That was a goddamn fun movie, by the way.
Anyone who gets this, find Tali'Zorah. She and that data are all that matters. Keyless and I.
The Quarians are here. And you bet your ass they're having trouble again. That seems to be the primary thing they do. Oh, he's dead. There he is. That's the guy that left the record. These Quarian missions don't have the best success rate so far, do they? Poor Tali. We seem to be just arriving just in time to watch her squad die over and over again. Maybe she is better off joining a larger squad instead of leading one.
Enemies! Here we go.
Oh my god, all those overloads in a row. That's a bad time for you. How you doing? How you doing? Oh my god. I have so many of them ready to just fling out there and ruin people with. Oh man. There's a certain overlap of skills between my party members, it would appear. So this is where it gets a little rough, is that we want to face that way for cover, but we have cover from light in this way, so we need to find directions that can cover us in two ways at once. It generally means that sticking to this side of the map's safer, because there's a higher opportunity. Ooh, pistol damage. There's a higher opportunity for potential cover. But yeah, you just need to keep finding directions where you can be in cover.
I'll get there.
No shield.
So much overload. I love it. I love it.
You bet.
Oh, Geth, you poor guys. I almost feel bad. Oh, apparently Garrus is dead somewhere. Oh crap, that was a rocket launcher. Where did you even die, Garrus? I don't really know. I'm afraid he's just gonna die again, so maybe I'll just save my med kit, unless I get in trouble.
Affirmative.
How do you guys feel about overload skills, huh? Just curious. Holy crap, I'm still in the light. I kinda thought I was in the dark, honestly. Let's wait for some recovery. Probably doesn't hurt to have the shield bonus I have right now. I'm gonna push, so let's revive Garrus real quick. Probably does not hurt to have my upgraded shields for this mission.
I'm on it.
Whoop. That was a close call. Everyone alive-ish? Taking a break from dying, perhaps? Can I press that button? Ooh, iridium. I just thought it was a button. I was curious to see if, like, maybe you press a button and it, like, changes the orientation of a crane so that it creates more cover.
Not perfect.
I can basically alternate. It usually takes 2 overloads to kill an enemy. So I use my power and then 1 ally's power, basically, each time.
Affirmative.
Tali? That you? Nope.
This is Squad Leader Kelriger. Do you copy?
Ooh. New SMG.
The guest sent a dropship towards Op 2. Tali'Zorah is secure, but we need backup. We're bunkered up here. Can you send support? Op 1, this is Squad Leader Kelriger. Come in. Over.
This is Commander Shepard of the Normandy. Can we provide assistance?
Patch your radio into channel 617 Theta. We run a stealth mission. High risk. We found what we were after. The Geth found us. They've got us pinned down. Can't get to our ship. Can't transmit data through the solar radiation.
What's the status of your team? How many of you are left?
We were a small squad, dozen Marines plus the science team. We're down to half strength now. Made the synthetic bastards pay for it, though.
What brought you this deep into Geth-controlled space?
You're asking the wrong person, Shepard. I just point and shoot. Something about the sun. It's going bad faster than it should. Some kind of energy problem.
Any idea where the Geth came from?
One of their patrol ships found us. Dropships started raining Geth down on our heads before we could get off-world. Systems under Geth control. We knew they made planetary sweeps periodically. We hoped going low emissions would hide us.
How are you holding up? We can be there in a few minutes.
Take it slow and careful. Direct sunlight fries your shields all to hell. We're bunkered down at base camp across the valley. I left Tali'Zorah at a secure shelter, then doubled back to hold the choke point. Getting Tali out safely is our top priority. If you can extract her, we'll keep him off you.
You got confirmation that the Geth haven't reached Tali yet?
Affirmative. Left my best men with her. When you get here, you can talk to her on the comm. Every Marine on this rock is sworn to protect Tali'Zorah. As long as one of us is still drawing air, she'll be safe.
You're gonna throw your life away for research?
Negative. I give my life for the migrant fleet, all the difference in the world. I'm no tech expert, Shepard. I'm a Marine. They tell me to shoot. I shoot. They said to protect Tali and the data. You get them out safe. I've done my job.
Hold position. We'll hit their back ranks.
Wait, watch your ass. We got a dropship coming in. Crap, doorway's blocked. Grab the demo charges in the buildings nearby. Use them to clear a path.
That doorway does not look blocked. It looks like there's a really obvious
Shepard,
opening next to it.
located the demolition charges the quarry commander mentioned.
Put it on my radar.
Done. You will need both sets.
Why don't I shock?
Clear the
What?
rubble. Well,
When did I get to my shotgun? Don't change my weapon on me. What? Speaking of changing my weapon on me, you forced me to use the SMG I picked up? But the Kasumi DLC is supposed to be like the best one in the game. There is clearly an open space in front of that door that people could fit through. I'm always confused by that mistake when it shows up in video games. Like, we can't fit through there, and it's like... But there's always like, it might have a little trouble. Still, it's not very tall.
The soldier recommended using mining charges to clear the rubble. We should start looking.
I don't like this gun, it feels weird. I've gotten so used to the sound that my other gun made when I fired it. Ah, it feels weird. They're changing my guns against my will. Oh my god, it hits nothing. It hits absolutely nothing. It's just a vague spray. Alright, well, I believe I'm done with this weapon. I know what to do. There we go.
One less. Enemy
That'll
down.
hurt.
Enemy down.
Anyone else? No? There we go. It's interesting how... I think in Mass Effect 2 more than any other game, potentially, but maybe... I might be wrong in remembering the trilogy. I think Mass Effect 2 has an especially strong tendency to be like, you arrived just in time! Everyone was about to die horribly, literally this minute, but you arrived just in time every time, even though you're, like, traveling for weeks slowly through space between every mission, and, like, the margin for error on travel time is massive, but we always conveniently get everywhere just in time, which is incredible. One might say impossible. Mass Effect 1 has a little bit of that because we find Liara when she's trapped, and it's like she would not survive long like that, so it was very convenient of her for us to find her like that. I don't remember 3 super well.
We need a core sample to get a timeline on the rate of radiation increase, but our equipment keeps dying on us. Shepard once used a mining laser to clear some rubble back on Therum. Maybe I can do something similar with demolition charges.
I think they would... Oh god. It's one of those things... Oh wow, that's a big one. It's one of those things that where, what is it? The Arrival hits points of self-parody, basically.
I got it. Not a problem.
Oh, come on, overload. There we go. Yeah, the Arrival becomes self-parody because at that point, it was the last DLC to come out chronologically. So for a lot of people, it came out like a year after the game came out, I think, or something like that. At that point, you were really used to the idea that Mass Effect 1 was full of, Mass Effect 2 was full of these missions where you keep arriving within the tiny margin of error before people die. But, like, Tali and her friends could be engaged with a Geth conflict for days, technically. Real-life warfare tends to work that way. So there's a decent margin of error, and the stakes aren't that massive. It's just a Quarian Geth conflict. It would suck if your friend died, but that's about it. But the Arrival hits peak parody levels because of the fact that it was like, the entire universe is gonna die, all of the Reapers are arriving right now, and there's only a 48-hour period between now and then. I can't... Thank goodness you arrived just in time to save the day, Shepard. On this side quest you could have done literally at any point, including after the game ended, or immediately.
We need a core sample to get a timeline on the rate of radiation increase, but our equipment keeps dying on us. Shepard once used a mining laser to clear some rubble back on Therum. Maybe I can do something similar with demolition charges.
I'm on it!
One! Yes! Affirmative!
It's amusing to me just because with how slow space travel is, like Mass Effect, I think Mass Effect jumps are super fast, but you have to travel normally when you're not using the Mass Effect relays themselves, and that even at FTL speeds, it takes a long time to get around, which is how they excuse a lot of the bonding that happens between various characters in the party, because supposedly a lot of time has passed, even if it feels like it's been like 10 minutes for you. But the result is that I need more of them over here, right? But that makes it really weird for the Arrival, because then it's like it's a 48-hour period that is the margin of error for the entire event happening, but that 24-hour period occurs over a range of time across the game that could probably be explained as spanning 6 months. Wow, I can't believe I hit him with a shotgun at that range. Like the amount of time it takes to travel in this game, and the amount of side quests you do, and the amount of planet scanning you do, and the amount of travel you do even for the main story, all of that combined probably amounts to something crazy like 6 months. So the idea of a 2-day time limit that you can do at any point during a 6-month period is like, what?
It's next to impossible to get accurate solar measurements. The radiation keeps burning out our equipment. This sun shouldn't be like this. It was stable a few hundred years ago. Stars don't die that quickly.
Well, if it's dying fast, someone's doing something to it. And how many things can you do to something that's functionally just a source of energy, besides explicitly targeting it as a source of energy? Interestingly, I get to totally just apply my armor over and over again to heal my my damage taken. I can just spam it over and over again. So this is a really bad idea, right? What? Oh, it's not. It just opens up a place where we can shoot down at them. Because it's not in the sun, surprisingly. That's the first thing that came to mind, and I'm like, oh, this is just gonna bathe this room in sunlight and kill me, right? Nope. Got a little lucky. We've got to search the area. So this is... I talked about quarries in video games. Actually, I talked about this playthrough in another quarry. People love quarries in the level design. It's just really simple shapes. Like, oh, we can make an entire level that's just gray cubes? Ooh. And that's not even, like, it's not even lazy on a visual standpoint, because it actually looks... Despite the fact we're talking about gray cubes, it's a cool looking location. But that's why so many people make quarries, though, is because it looks neat by default, basically. But they risk overexposure by constantly using them in every game. Or multiple times in the same game, in this case. Man, at some point I want to... Ah! At some point I want to go back through all the games I've ever played on the channel and total how many times I encounter quarries and columnar jointing. But damn if that won't take a long time. Hey there. Bye. Peekaboo. This shotgun is just absurdly accurate at long range. Not that accurate though, apparently. Hey there. Poke your head out. Nope, I missed.
There we go. On my way.
Do not go there, Miranda. I did not mean to send you there. That was an accident. Oh, that explosion. Are you alive? You're not alive. You good? Oh, hi. Hello, surprise friend. Come on down here. I won't bite, because I'll shoot, mostly. That's mostly why. I mean, if we're just gonna be honest about this. Hey. Hey, buddy. Hey. Hey!
Firing a high-impact shot!
What are you doing? You can't shoot through walls, you know. There we go. You dead now? There we go. We're A-okay. Now let's go blow up some nondescript gray rocks. Cause I don't know if they ever explained what was being mined here.
I recommend
Oh god. I recommend you don't stand next to explosions you just planted, says game. Well, says Miranda. Go, 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 go. I like how it just... It just disintegrates the rock. It's magical. You'd really want to stay clear. If you're gonna blow up rock of that mass at that velocity, that it would shred you. That's shrapnel for days. Oh. Hi. Look at him go. You alright? How far is he gonna go? Oh, there he goes. That was the end of that. Well. We thought that they were blocked up and safe in here.
This colony predates the Geth uprising.
Why would the Quarians come here? Whatever they're after, I hope it's worth it.
This might be useful.
Oh, a Geth rifle. They were studying Geth rifles, it would appear. A lot of salvage opportunities in here.
Base camp. Come in, base camp. Our ancestors walked these halls with uncovered heads. The sun must have been normal back then. So much space. Walls of stone. It's amazing. I wish my friends could see it. I wish Shepard were here.
Tali, you seem to have scoured your... How'd you do that? You scattered your journal over the course of this third-person shooter campaign level. That's interesting. I don't know how you managed that. Let's get my... Back to the SMG I care about. Boom. How about Miranda? Did it switch you too? There we go. Fixed. Nobody deserves to be stuck with crappy weapons. I'll be right there with you, Tali, in a second. You've lived this long, I have faith in you. I'm a terrible commander. There we go.
Tali'Zorah to base camp. Come in, base camp.
I know your life's at risk, but 6,000 credits. You know.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Tali, it's Shepard. I'm sorry. Everyone here is dead. Any survivors must have fallen back.
We knew this mission was high risk. Damn it. And what are you doing here, Shepard? We're in the middle of Geth space.
I was in the neighborhood. I thought you might need a hand.
Thanks for coming, Shepard. It means a lot to hear your voice. Call Rieger and what's left of the Marines got me into the observatory. From where you are, it's through the door and across the field. I got the data I needed and I'm safe for now, but I've got a lot of Geth outside.
What is this research you're after?
It's about this world's sun. It's aging faster than it should. I can tell you more about it once we've got fewer Geth shooting at us.
Would it help if I brought in the Normandy?
Doubtful. These buildings are centuries old. If you bring down heavy fire, this whole place could collapse on us.
Is anyone else still with you, or are you alone out there?
Rieger had a team of Marines covering me when I ran for the observatory. At least some of them are still alive. I can hear them firing at the Geth outside.
It looks like somebody sealed the door against the Geth, and the console's damaged. Can you get it open on your end?
Let me see. Yes, I can do it. Here. Should be unlocked now. Be careful, Shepard, and please do what you can to keep Rieger alive.
I've never looked up direct comparisons, really, but something about Tali's design suddenly works better. I don't know how to explain it. In Mass Effect 1, she looked fine, but something about the Mass Effect 2 and on, like, I think they either redesigned something or there's just something higher fidelity. Like, maybe the textures loading at a higher resolution adds more design to her overall hood and everything like that, and then maybe that stands out more than it did in the Mass Effect 1 Xbox 360 version. But something about her, the later versions of her somehow works better. where she just looks like a better designed character or something. Is he just black right now? Oh yeah, he doesn't have a texture. He's just black with a visor. Huh. I've never really gone back to compare and figure out exactly what it is, but something about specifically Mass Effect 2 Talia. All of a sudden I'm like, huh, you look neat all of a sudden. But I can't place a finger on what changed visually. That was the very first drones that killed Jenkins in the first game. You little bastards. I've got more overload where that came from. Nope, I guess it's already down. Well, he's being a prick. I'm going for it. Oh my goodness, something just came flying by. Alarming. I need to flank him so I can get an attack off. Do not go in there. I was not trying to send you in. I was trying to use your power. There we go. Oh jeez. That's a bad time. I'm in trouble a little bit right now. There we go. So many overloads. I love it. It's silly. I should not be using a shotgun right now. Back to the Locust. I missed that sound and that shot grouping in particular. Because damn if those are not closely grouped shots compared to the crap I just dealt with for about 5 minutes. Gotcha. Anyone else? Seems like a just constant torrent. We're good. Hot. Lift security lockdown. Anything else in here real quick? Nope. There you are. An ancient wall safe. Is that what it said? I think it said ancient wall safe, which is funny. So I'm just like, and yet I hack it the same way as every other wall safe. Isn't that interesting? We're in. Alright.
Colossus! Get down!
Definitely like old times.
Damn you, loud windows! Enemies. Ow. Wow, that's some good aim. Also the wrong time to use that skill. Oh hey, Cal Rieger's here. He's still alive. I just want to point out that leave it to Mass Effect for a loud window to be a plot point. We alerted the Geth because the shutter opening was too loud, so they turned around and shot us.
Over here! Get to cover! Squad Leader Cal Rieger, Migrant Fleet Marines. We talked on the radio before that dropship arrived. I still got no idea why you're here. This ain't the time to be picky. Tally's inside over there. Geth killed the rest of my squad, and they're trying to get to her. Best I've been able to do is draw their attention.
I want to point out that he said, come over here, get behind cover, but before we came here, we were behind a giant block of solid rock they couldn't possibly shoot us through, and now we're awkwardly sitting here with our heads halfway sticking up behind a wall. Like, his get to cover involved us getting into a way less safe location.
Are you sure she's still alive?
The observatory is reinforced. Even the Geth will need time to get through it. And it's hard to hack a door when someone's firing rockets at you. The Geth are near platoon strength, but the Colossus is the worst part. It's got a repair protocol. Huddles up and fixes itself. I can't get a clear shot while it's down like that. I tried to move in closer, and one of the bastards punched a shot clean through my suit.
How bad is your suit damage?
Combat seals clamped down to isolate contamination, and I'm swimming in antibiotics. The Geth might get me, but I'm not gonna die from an infection in the middle of a battle. That's just insulting.
What can you tell me about the battlefield?
Right side's got a catwalk with a sniper perch. You could wreak some havoc from there, but none of my men made it past the Geth. Middle's got cover, and the damn Colossus has a clear shot at you the whole time, and you've got Geth coming in from both sides. The left gives you some cover from the Colossus, but your ass is hanging out for the Geth. That's how I got shot.
Any ideas on how to deal with the Colossus?
Standard protocol with Arbiter-class units is to sabotage the shields and whittle it down, you know? Kill it with bug bites. But the repair protocol blows that plan to hell. You try to wear it down, it just huddles up and fixes itself. So whatever we do has to scrap that bastard fast. Probably means getting up close, past that cover.
We need to get to Tali. Got any ideas?
Just one! I'm not moving so well, but I can still pull a trigger. And I got a rocket launcher that the sun hasn't fried yet. You move in close. I'll keep the Colossus busy. Maybe even drop its shields. With luck, you'll be able to finish it off.
You've done enough, Rieger. You don't need to throw your life away.
Wasn't asking your permission. My job is to keep Tali safe. This is our best shot.
We don't have enough people on our side for you to take one for the team. Stand down.
I'm not gonna stand there while you run into enemy fire. They killed my whole squad.
And if you want to honor your squad, watch my back. I need you here in case they bring reinforcements.
All right, Shepard. We'll do it your way. Hit him for me. Kilos alive.
Enemies in front!
I'm pretty sure he's going to die otherwise. I don't know if it's, I don't know how the rules work there. Sometimes a decision always leads to a certain outcome happening no matter what, and sometimes the outcome is based on the fight itself. So it could be that how well you perform in his actual health bar, for example, leads to him dying or living. Or it could be that just giving him one, not giving him that order might just kill him. For now, I'm just going to deal with the torrents of enemies. There we go. Ah. I'm basically just unleashing a series of overloads while this thing pummels me over and over again.
I'll take the shot.
There we go. Destroyer down. That one looked like it hurt. There we go. Headshot. Let's see, that'll give me cover from the sun. No, it won't. This might? Yeah, ow. Trying to run a little faster than that. Hey there. Oh yeah, the Colossus can't see me here, but I just have to deal with the Geth. Which isn't so tough.
There we go.
I've dealt with that so far. It feels like those parts where they mandatory require you to run through fire were specifically set up for you to be ready for this mission. Oh crap. Oh crap. Suddenly a billion things are shooting at me at the same time. Can you not see me here? Does this really count as cover? He can't seem to shoot me even though I'm just standing there. which is amusing. Now, if only Shepard learned the art of blind fire, because I seem incapable of shooting from behind cover, even if it's less accurate. You definitely have to like completely expose yourself every time you shoot at somebody. I'm just pummeling this guy with all the overloads I've got. Might need to switch targets. This guy's approaching with a flamethrower. Ow! Oh crap! They hit me midway through that and just pulled me clean out of cover. Wow, that was a hell of a nasty sound. Working on those shields again. I need to reapply my armor before this goes bad for me.
Easy enough.
Nope. Conveniently, I can just tell them to do their overload without my character leaving cover. Although they should not have line of sight. Where are they? I actually don't know where they're located right now. Just gonna keep shooting them a lot, see how it works. Actually, with this enemy density, the arc projector's probably not a terrible idea. Sir? I could use a little personal space. Stop stalking me. I'm trying to apply armor. Oh, that hurt. That was a bad time. Reapplying armor. Every time he starts doing that, I'm trying to go take a shot. Okay, that's a bad time. I need you guys standing, or I'm gonna get. They might flank me. Oh, he blew up. All right, took care of that. Ah, move forward. Cover. There we go. We're doing fine. Let's switch back to normal guns. Don't want to use it all up here, if I can avoid it. Ow. My face.
You got it.
Stop shooting me in the face.
Just a second. I locked the door to keep more gas from getting inside. There, that should do it.
Be right there. Got supplies to scavenge. There we go. That recharges some of what I used. Neat. I do feel at home having a shotgun again.
Just let me finish this download. Thank you, Shepard. If not for you, I would never have made it out of this room. This whole mission has been a disaster. I wish I'd joined you back on Freedom's Progress, but I couldn't let anyone take my place on something this risky.
A lot of Quarians lost their lives here. Was it worth it?
I don't know, Shepard. It wasn't my call. The Admiralty Board believed the information here was worth sacrificing all our lives for. I have to believe that they know what's best.
I didn't ask what some admiral thought. I asked what you thought.
A lot of people died here. Some of them were my friends. All of them were good at their jobs. That damn data better be worth it. The price was too high.
What can you tell me about your research here?
Haystrom's sun is destabilizing. Back when this was a Quarian colony, it was a normal star. It shouldn't change that quickly.
Any idea what's destabilizing the sun?
If I had to guess, I'd say that it was dark energy affecting the interior of the star. The effect is similar to when stars blow off mass to enter a red giant phase. But Haystrom's sun is far too young for this to be natural.
Whatever the reason, I'm glad I could help. Once you deliver that data, I could use you on the Normandy.
I promised to see this mission through. I did. I can leave with you and send the data to the fleet. And if the admirals have a problem with it, they can go to hell. I just watched the rest of my team die.
Maybe not the whole rest of your team, ma'am.
Rieger, you made it.
Your old captain's as good as you said. Damn Colossus never stood a chance.
If need be, the Normandy can get you out of here, Rieger.
The Geth didn't damage our ship. As long as we get out of here before reinforcements show up, we'll be fine.
Actually, I won't be going with you. I'm joining Commander Shepard.
I'll pass the data to the Admiralty Board and let them know what happened. She's all yours now, Shepard. Keep her safe.
Yep, keep her safe. Good thing we're not recruiting her for some kind of suicide mission or anything. Ooh, I know we're old friends, but some of these people take a real likely what kind of mission they're joining in on. Recruited Tali'Zorah for the team. Though loyal to Shepard, Tali'Zorah's antagonism towards Cerberus necessitates observation, also sending recon units to examine Geth activities in case activities on Haystrom provoke action. New weapon! And multiple upgrades. Nice. Ooh, heavy pistol damage, yeah. 63,000 credits earned. I should revisit Omega and get some of those other upgrades I passed up on the first time around, because I'm just swimming in money at this point.
Cerberus saw footage of you in action, Tali'Zorah. We're looking forward to having you on the team. Your engineering expertise will really benefit the mission.
I don't know who you are, but Cerberus threatened the security of the migrant fleet. Don't make nice.
That's why you're here, Tali. I need people who aren't Cerberus. People I can trust.
I wasn't part of what happened to the migrant fleet, but I understand your distrust. I hope we'll get past that as we work together.
I assumed that you were undercover, Shepard. Maybe even planning to blow Cerberus up. If that's the case, I'll loan you a grenade. Otherwise, I'm here for you, not for them.
If it helps, check out the Normandy while you're here. We've gotten a few upgrades.
I'll get Tali'Zorah the necessary security clearance to access our systems.
Please do. I can't be part of your team if I don't know how the ship works. Remember, Shepard, these people thought enslaving Thorian creepers and Rachni was a good idea. I'll be in engineering.
Don't forget to introduce yourself to Edie, the ship's new artificial intelligence.
The coldest stare. Oh, Jacob. Oh, you had the worst input on that situation. Oh no. Poor Jacob. Poor Jacob. I feel bad. Literally the worst thing you could do in this I don't know how to make nice with Cerberus and Quarian situation. The worst thing you could do is be all like, hey, AI, right? AI. Let's see here. So Zaid is over here. The opposite side is Grunt. That's the elevator too. Basement is Jack. There's Tali, hanging out with the engineering crew.
I've got green across the board. The forward tanks are buoyant and elevated.
Are you talking about the Normandy or Miranda?
I'm talking about the one that's covered and protected, not bouncing in the breeze.
I don't know. Operative Lawson's uniform is very official. It always makes me stand at attention.
You're such a dog.
Boner jokes. We're making boner jokes. Come to think of it, she's on almost the exact same spot that she was in last time, which is, hey look, there's a Mass Effect drive right there. Left. Oh, Tali.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Can you do anything to give the Normandy an edge over a collector ship?
Definitely. With the right supplies, I can fortify our shields. The collectors cut through the Normandy's barriers immediately last time. My upgrades might give us a better chance. Shepard, what can I do for you?
Is the new Normandy giving you any trouble?
Please, Shepard, I'm a Quarian. Give me a chunk of scrap metal, a circuit board, and some element zero, and I'll have it making precision jumps. I was worried about working with Cerberus engineers, but they know what they're doing, and they've been very polite.
How's the Normandy running?
Say what you will about Cerberus, they know how to build ships. The Normandy's running even better than before. I don't know if it can stand up to a collector attack, though. I'm researching some ideas that might help.
Have you got time to talk?
We didn't really have time to chat while taking out Geth on Haestrom, did we? I can't believe so many people died. Thank you again for getting Rieger out alive. All for data about stars blowing up. I hope the Admiralty Board gets some use out of it.
Tell me about the fleet's Admiralty Board.
It's one of two major political powers among my people. The admirals make decisions related to defense or needing immediate action. They also handle major criminal charges, like treason. The other political power is the Conclave, a group of representatives from each ship. They make most of our laws and fleet decisions.
Any news yet on the data you sent?
I'm not likely to hear anything for a while, or on an unsecure channel for that matter.
Have you heard any word about Cal Rieger? Did he survive his injuries?
He sent me a message. It looks like he'll make a full recovery. Anytime you get a suit puncture, it's a matter of luck. Rieger got out with a relatively minor infection.
Having any trouble settling back in on the Normandy?
I like the quiet. I miss the old faces, though. Presley, Engineer Adams, all of them. It doesn't seem right having Cerberus in charge of this ship. Are you sure working for them is the right thing to do?
Does it look like they're pulling the strings, Tali? I'm not working for them. They're working for me.
So you ordered the listening devices and tracking beacons that are all over this ship. I know you need resources to fight the Collectors, but be careful, Shepard.
I caught some tension back on Freedom's Progress and again when you first came aboard. What happened between Cerberus and the Quarians?
They attacked one of our ships, the Idena. It seems they were attempting to kill or control a young human biotic who was on the fleet. I don't really know the details. I do know that Cerberus made an enemy of the Quarian people.
I fully expect them to betray us at some point, and we'll be ready.
I'm glad to hear that, Shepard. Just let me know how I can help. For now, I should get back to work. Thanks for coming by.
I do find myself wondering whether or not Cerberus was planned for in the first game at all. On one hand, oh, there's Edie. I never saw that terminal before. On one hand, the way that the first game ends with so much heavy, like, humans first stuff going on, totally sets up the idea of the next game having you working with Cerberus. On the other hand, Cerberus almost seems retconned for this game compared to the first game. Like, they had to almost like they had, like, the recharacterization of the organization almost seems like a contradiction. As though the two don't quite match, and that makes me think that they didn't plan on Cerberus being such a big part of the second game at the time of making the first game, and it may have come up during development.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
I really need to clean up this engine. Maybe later?
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
Figured I'd give it a shot. We're pretty far along in the game, so I don't know what the triggers are for some of the companion dialogue. Like if you get more of it for being far into the game, and like maybe a certain number of events like the collector ship triggers new dialogue. So I was wondering if, even though she just got here, if she might have multiple conversations worth. But you probably have to come by after each. You probably have to do a mission each time and then come back or something like that. I do like how they're like, how many toes does everybody get? Any number of toes. You get 2 toes. I don't know how many you get. You get 2 toes. You get 4 toes? 2 toes? 3 toes? 4 toes? I can't tell for sure if the inside part counts as a toe or not. Their shoe gear seems so crafted to express exactly how many they have. Which is interesting because all the humans, of course, just have like bucket shoes or everything just kind of fits in there somewhere. Transfer request approved from the Admiralty board of the Migrant Fleet. Commander Shepard, per Tali'Zorah Vas Neema's request included with her data delivery from Hestrom, the Admiralty Board has approved her transfer to your command. She has been informed that additional duties up to the Migrant Fleet may still be necessary on occasion, but has been given extended leeway to determine when her mission with you is considered complete. This choice was hers, but your role as de facto captain during her pilgrimage may have caused her to be more susceptible to your requests. The Admiralty Board trusts that you will treat your new crew member with the respect due an honored member of the fleet. Should any harm come to her due to negligence on your part, this board will take severe and appropriate action. Admiral Tali'Zorah, Migrant Fleet Admiralty Board. Normandy crash site located. Admiral Hackett. Commander Shepard, our scans in the Armada system have turned up something we thought you should see, the final location of the wreckage of the SSV Normandy. We thought this news might be important to you, but we also have an ulterior motive. The Alliance would like to honor the Normandy with a monument to be built on the site of the ship's final resting place. We'd like to invite you to place the monument and be the first to walk on the site. There are still 20 crew members unaccounted for from the attack of the Normandy. If you find any signs of these lost crewmen, we ask that you report to the Alliance so that those heroes' families might find some closure. Godspeed to you, Commander.
Here we are in Alkira.
Probe away. Scans have found something.
Scans confirm the wreckage of the SSV Normandy on the planet's surface. No life signs or mechanical activity detected. Stable landing zone located amid the crash site. I believe this is going to be one of those interesting cases where we are landing in the wilderness planet side, but I think any vehicle usage is conspicuously absent because this was in the awkward in-between phase where we were Mako-less, because they scrapped that idea, but there's also no hammerhead in the game yet. Yep. We just kind of land in the neighborhood. It's a cool location. Oh, I'm completely alone. Well, I specifically put off doing this until I got Tali, because I wanted to come here with Garrus and Tali, you know, for dialogue about the ship that we lost. Instead, none of that. Well, We can walk around a little bit. As far as I can remember, this is basically a collectathon, which is a little unfortunate. It's a decent... Where the hell is that dog tag I keep seeing? Oh, way over there? It's a decent enough farewell of sorts to the first game. Basically, you find a bunch of dog tags that refer to specific names of specific people. I assume Presley is around here somewhere. S.O. Presley is honestly the only dead person I remember the name of, unfortunately. To be fair, though, many of them would have never been named in the game in the first place. So you wander around in this wreckage of the Normandy SR-1, the ship that you flew all the first game, which is sadly gone. And it's torn up into fragments everywhere, and you get to pick up chunks. No, Kaidan. And it's reminding you of all the people you've lost, and the ship you've lost, and so on. Oh yeah, this is that piece of hull right here. And there's the crew table where people eat. So right over there would be Kaidan's location, and over there would be Dr. Chakwas. It's interesting that you can actually recognize chunks of the ship. And it seems like I can just press the B to place the monument wherever, or does it have to be over here? Well, that's huge. I think you can choose to place the monument at any of the wreckage locations. I put it next to... I put it, in the location that reminds me of our dead crew member. That's probably fitting enough. There might be more scenic locations, but that's probably one of the cooler ones. 100 EZO? I don't even get out of bed for 100 EZO. This is pretty much it, though, unfortunately, so this could be short-lived. Yeah. They give you little flashes of like, remember when this building looked like that? Or this part of the ship looked like that? When it wasn't horribly destroyed? This is just about it, though. Oh, interesting. I misremembered this whole place. I thought you'd bring squad members. I thought that you would, like... I thought Geth would attack you for some reason. I remember this being a level, but I think you do just wander around a little bit. Oh, here's where Joker would have been. Oh man, you know how they could have made this really cool? They could have made this really cool by having flash scenes of various crew members interacting with each other. Like, show us scenes we never saw in the first game. Like, write new dialogue and be like, here's a scene with Kaidan and Liara and stuff like that. And then, like it'd give you a better sense of of what was lost. It'd show you things that even you weren't specifically present for. Hell, give Joker any dialogue from that era, because he has one conversation about Rolex syndrome and like a couple conversations about like Vermeer or whatever that are like 2 lines of dialogue long, and then he basically never speaks again in the entire first game. He's had massively more writing in this game than that one ever did. Oh, look at that. Look at that. N7 helmet. That's kind of a big deal. So I think you can collect various things. On top of the dog tags, you might be able to collect the, probably the original armor set. Like the iconic, box cover armor from the original game. Yep, Shepard's lost N7 helmet was recovered. Maybe not. Maybe you don't recover... I was thinking maybe you get a whole armor set to wear for that customization screen. But it could be that you just grab some gear for you to use at a... Put them on your shelf, basically. Oh, the old navigator. The nostalgia mobile, where you step in the middle of that circle and you hear that really, really catchy, drilled into your brain music. Navigator Presley's journal! Spoke to Commander about this. All these damn aliens aboard the Alliance's most advanced ship, I don't trust them. Especially Dan Vasari and an Aquarian. What does Shepard think? This is a zoo? With the Quarian, it seems she's on some kind of pilgrimage, trying to improve the lot of her home ship. I can understand that. I would babysit my children or anything, but if she had to be on board, I suppose it's not too bad. For a while now, and I'm taking a look back at past entries of this journal, how blind I was at the time. I came on this ship firmly believing humanity was on its own in the galaxy. Shepard brought all these aliens on board, and there's no way we could have accomplished what we did without them. I am proud to say, die for any member of my crew, regardless of what world they're born on. Presley, no. I kind of wonder if that was a I kind of wonder if they missed their chance for that or something. Like, it feels like Presley would, like, if Presley and Ashley feel like they're both supposed to have, like, a really specific arc, or maybe only one of them, to contrast each other. It seems like there may have been an intended arc where wow, look at the texture there, that's weird. The bottom of the slope can be seen through the top of the slope. Oh well. It seems like one of them was supposed to come off as like a racist that reforms from being racist or something like that, like having issues with humans, because a core part of the story in Mass Effect at this period of the game is to have humans having trouble dealing with aliens because they're new to the system, and a lot of aliens hate them, and they only recently were at war with the aliens. It's like how people would have trouble with racism if they fought in World War II or the Vietnam War or any of the other skirmishes and stuff. Like, racism is, after conflict, is a pretty natural part of society. And the fact that, is there one up here? Yep. The fact that we fought so recently basically means that it'd make perfect sense for war to be, for racism to be always on the fringe for a while, because nobody really gets along. And because people were recently killing each other, and because people are different, and because people are afraid of changes, of going out into space and encountering new things, and like there's so many real risks that will get people killed, that racism, for the less reasonable reasons, is hard to separate from the reasonable reasons, because there are reasonable reasons to fear outside influences and groups, because some of them will kill you. And will do things that make life worse for everyone. I found a surprising number of these just kind of wandering around. I wasn't really planning on being completionist about this. But it seems like the final conversation never properly happened or something. Like, it seemed like Presley just never got dialogue. Much like Joker, you meet him on the ship, and then about halfway through the game, if you talk to him again, you'll get like another follow-up piece of dialogue of some kind that's changed a bit. But for the most part, there's no new dialogue, and not much happens with either of them. And that feels like it was probably meant to go that way. It also seems like maybe Ashley was supposed to have an arc, but they might have... there's the Mako. Oh. They may have chosen to deal with their resources differently in development when they realized that Ashley was going to be a killable character. Because BioWare is really good about allowing certain characters to die or not be a member of the crew and stuff like that, but once they know a character is going to be dead or not a member of the crew or not seen by all players, they inevitably also divert fewer resources to that particular character, so the character ends up suffering as a result, even if they don't die. And I wouldn't be surprised if Ashley had some story arc stuff kind of cut as a result of her inevitable chance of death, because she's completely absent from this game aside from a brief scene on Horizon. Alright, well, we've done a lap around this place. It's a really somber... It's a neat location. If I remember correctly, this DLC is completely free as part of Cerberus Network, along with the Firewalker DLC, and that's probably a good thing. Neither of them are substantial enough to justify spending money on, I don't think. But it's a nice bit of closure over the fact that this game opens with the callous destruction of the ship that you spent the entire first game in, so having this grave location, basically, for what was essentially the star character of Mass Effect 1, even the Mako, it's a nice touch. And I'm happy it exists, even if it is just a tiny set piece you wander around, and the only gameplay they could insert to give it more meaning was basically some collectibles, of which I apparently collected 75% of already, which surprises me. Alright guys, let's head out. Commander Shepard, the Alliance was grateful to receive the information you found at the Normandy's crash site, and we've sent it out to the affected families. But finding those dog tags you provided peace of mind for a lot of people. Commander, I thank you on their behalf. There it is. There's my N7 mask, the one we died in at the beginning of the game. That's not morbid at all, huh? Yeah, that thing was around my skull when I died horribly in space. Well, this office is nothing if not eventful, except for the giant blank wall dedicated to fish that die constantly. It really calls attention to itself, doesn't it? Here's a nice bed, here's a music player, the customization screen, here's a bunch of trophies you've collected and some silly ships you can buy for some reason, and a hamster, and here's an entire wall dedicated to your dead fish, and it coats the entire room in blue because of how bright it is. And it's a monument to your failure.
Judging by the quarantine reports, the plague has been completely eradicated, Shepard. Dr. Solis's assistant has been helping any patients with complications.
Omega, what a piss hole. At least it keeps you on your toes. I've had to come here on business before. I feel like I need a shower afterward, in addition to normal decontamination.
Decontamination in progress. Who's Gavorn?
So, I heard a human went into the plague zone. Then I found out about a lot of dead Vorcha down there. You know anything about this?
Dead Vorcha? No. Don't know anything about that.
Uh-huh. Right. Well, my job just got a whole lot easier.
What's your job here exactly?
I'm supposed to keep the Vorcha in line. Keep them out of Aria's sight. That's about it. Not much for me to do anymore. But the way those Vorcha breed, I'll have something to do soon enough.
Are the Vorcha gonna be a problem from here on out?
Not as bad as they used to be. They breed fast, but they die young. As long as we keep them controlled, we'll be fine.
I'll just be going.
Keep up the good work.
There's always another character hiding around here that you didn't even find before. Well, I'm here because a new mission shows up here, but only after you've finished Horizon. But I have no idea where it is. Oh, there he is.
Jacob Taylor? I certainly didn't expect to see you again.
I'm sure you didn't.
No, please. So many years have passed since Tortuga. Lots of water under the bridge.
I take it you've met each other before?
Jacob and I worked a mission with Ish a few years back. He helped us with some information.
You sent me into a nest of Turian thugs in a Batarian ambush.
Hey now, my job was to get you inside. Anything more would have cost you extra.
Is this gonna be a problem?
If we don't walk away, I promise he'll give you a reason to shoot him.
Well, now you have me interested.
Ish, if you make one wrong move...
Of course. I learned my lesson last time. Trust me. I need skilled, trustworthy people to take care of a little business for me. Nothing illegal, of course, but it's paying work.
Not illegal? I doubt it.
Well, it's certainly legal on Omega. I can't be expected to know the laws of every settlement in the galaxy, can I?
That's an incredibly wide net to say it's legal on Omega.
What kind of business do you do?
Important business. So important that, with your help, we can change Omega.
I'm listening.
I'm in the information business. Specifically, the buying and selling of privileged material. It's nothing illicit. I just need someone to pick up packages in certain locations and bring them to me here.
What's your angle?
No angle. I'm a simple businessman. What do you say?
I can do that.
My contacts use specific drop points. I need you to look outside Merib's shop on the Citadel and inside Eternity on Ilium. Look around for anything that might hold a data package and bring those packages to me. Good to...
Whoa. Dialogue cut off for some reason. Yep, like Shepard said, their reaction makes me curious. But, yeah. It's awfully convenient that he's pointing me straight at Citadel and Ilium, the two places I have to go to next if I'm going to continue.
This place. How can these people be left to rot like this?
You don't understand, or you don't want to?
Does it really matter?
No. Omega has worked this way for a very long time. No one's changing it now.
I love that. I love when random interactions between characters actually involve, like, when random incidental dialogue actually involves multiple characters, because you have the right people in your party.
You had me so worried when you were trapped on the collector ship. Thank goodness for EDI.
That sounds like more than just professional concern, Kelly.
You're more than just my commander. You're my friend.
EDI brought you back to me. If she had a body, I'd give her a big hug.
The Normandy crew delivered, including you.
You're too kind. We were there to help, but EDI gets the credit this time. The Elusive Man made sure EDI was installed for this mission. Now I see why.
I left and did like one thing, so I figured Tali probably has more to say now.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I may need your help. I just received a message from the migrant fleet. The Admiralty Board has accused me of treason. I'm scared, Shepard.
Is it because you're working with Cerberus?
I'm not working with Cerberus. I'm working with you. And I got leave to serve on the Normandy again. I have no idea what they're accusing me of. You'd think I would remember if I betrayed the fleet.
Nobody who knows you could believe you'd betray your people, Tali.
I don't know. They don't lay charges like this unless the evidence seems absolute. But thanks. I appreciate your faith in me, Shepard.
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
There's a hearing, with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges. My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment for treason is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
So how does the trial work? How soon do we need to get you there?
They'll wait a reasonable period of time for me to come and defend myself. Eventually, if I don't show up, they'll try me in absentia. As for how it works, it's less formal than an Earth trial or something you'd see on the Citadel. We're family. This is just the worst kind of family meeting.
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
What happens if you're convicted?
Like I said, exile. The specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small ship and supplies. Not that it really matters. Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
So no prison and no death penalty?
We don't have the spare resources for long-term incarceration. Monitored work detail is more effective. And we don't have enough people to afford executions. An exile can still have children, and those children are welcomed back to the fleet.
How often is someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare. It must be something that affects the entire flotilla, not just one ship. The most recent one was Honora Vanya Vassilani, an engineer who handed over fleet defense schematics to the Batarians. She had good intentions. The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed the defense schematics to a pirate gang.
Was she convicted?
No. She made a suicide run on the pirate gang. She destroyed them before they could attack the fleet. She was pardoned posthumously. Let's hope I don't have to prove my innocence that way.
Okay. Let's go find the flotilla.
I was going to book passage on another ship. I didn't think there would be time for you to help. Thank you, Shepard. I'll program the Normandy with the flotilla's current location. The admirals will be waiting for us.
Well, I didn't get a chance to take them with me on to the Normandy crash site, but it looks like next episode's gonna be an episode of the old crew. Gonna gear up with Garrus and Tali. We're gonna go do both our loyalty missions back to back and hang out with some familiar faces and maybe learn some uncomfortable parts of Quarian culture.